How to ship bare roots carnivorous plants. You just sold your plants and now you need to ship it to someone. But if you keep it in the substrate, in the pot, the shipping cost will be really high, and that makes no sense for the buyer to spend as much money for the plants than for the shipping. So usually you will send it bare root. But how to make sure the plants will arrive alive? Today I will show you how I do that and how the plants react after 2-day fast shipping and after a long shipping. So coming up. Hi, my name is Remy and I love Nepenthes. So shipping plants with a bot is the best. The plants will really enjoy it, not disturbing the roots, etc. But the cost is super high. That's super heavy. It's loaded with water, so that's gonna be a real cost. It happened to me where I spent as much money on the shipping than the plant. Totally no sense. But even for you that will send the plant, if you send it bare roots and the plant dies, the buyer will ask you for reimbursement. You will give the money back to the buyer because he paid for nothing. But then you lose the money and the plant. Again, makes no sense. You have to make sure the plants will arrive alive. First, there is no way to guarantee, 100% guarantee the plants will stay alive during the shipping because you don't know. The box could stay in the sun, in the cold, could be delayed. There is a lot of factors. So I will show you how I do that, just to give you a good idea of this is what I do, works for me, best practice, etc. It should help you to have some plants arriving alive. So to make your life easier, I will cut this video into 3 parts. The first part will be how do you prep the plants before the shipping and how do you prep the box. The second part will be how the plants react after a 2-day shipping. And finally, how the plants react after a longer shipping, because sometimes you will have bad luck. The post office is closed or the package is delayed, lost for a small period of time, hopefully, but still, things happen. How to prepare the plants to ship them. A month ago, I was posting pictures of those 2 Amara. They were not picturing properly on the windowsill. It was too dry, I guess, or too hot during summer. And I was saying that I planned to sell them. Somebody contacted me interested by those plants, so I decided, okay, it's time to ship them. They are good enough now. They are picturing again. Look at this picture. They look great, but not on the windowsill. And those basil are totally out of control. I said there is 2, but I just discovered there is 3, in fact. So 1 small one, then we have the regular one, and the third one. So if this pot is provided with good humidity, it will be loaded with pictures. And since this person accepted to pay me upfront, way before I was planning to ship them, I decided to give a free plant. So that's going to be the LVB by Norsiana by Maxima. And that's a good one. Good size picture. I'm sure he will like this plant. So now what do you need to send this plant? Some paper towel, some elastic band. You will also need some Ziploc bags. And finally, a box. And to prevent the plants to move inside the box, I will add those plastic bubbles or whatever the name is. So to prep the plants, it's really like a regular unpotting. Be gentle with the roots and that's it. So we have 2 pictures that will open and 2 that are open. Great plants. I wish I could keep it, but... So that's the old name tag that came with it. And I will add also my name tag because it's easier to read for me, for my eyes, I mean. So literally you will unpot it, take as much substrate as you can, but not a hard repot. You want to have the roots to stay in contact, surrounded by this sphagnum moss and this substrate, because it will prevent the roots to dry and kill the plants. So you take everything that is possible, but everything that is around the root system, you keep it. Then you wrap the paper towel around this sphagnum moss. It doesn't need to be really tight. I mean, just wrap it around, be gentle. Again, you don't want to squeeze the roots, but you want the substrate to stay inside. After that, you use the elastic band to really keep all this into one single piece. And even if the substrate is humid, I will still try to keep the paper towel humid. And you cut everything that is dead. As always, when you ship the plants or receive the plants, everything that is dead or dying, you take it out. And finally, you put all this into the Ziploc bag. Just take care to not destroy the plant, be gentle. And that's about it. Don't forget the name tag, obviously. And make sure there is some air in this bag. I mean, it have to be like an airbag, right? And you will do that for every single plant. Each plant will be inside its own Ziploc bag. What you don't want is to have a mold or a bacteria or whatever that will spread across all the plants. So they are inside a kind of a quarantine shipping. This seedling will be a little bit special because, as you see, the roots outgrown the pot. It was a really tiny pot. So when you unpot that, you want to be extra careful. And because it was in a very tiny pot, I won't need to take out as much substrate as I would have done for a big pot. So literally, that's the whole substrate that will be wrapped inside this paper towel. I should have repotted this plant for a long time because of the size of the root system. So be gentle, make sure it's not bended or broken. Just wrap it around and be careful. And every dying picture or part, again, you cut it. So this one was already damaged. This one also is squishy. After that, this one, it's good enough. I will probably, let's take this one out. I prefer sending two good pictures that one that is kind of old and may die inside the shipping. And the picture has a good size. Just after receiving the plants, put some water inside the pitchers just to help the plant to not dry too much and have all the pitchers drying. So now the box. It's recommended to keep a different box size just because sometimes you will want to send the plants and it won't fit. So one bag is already a stretch. Let's see if I can fit all of them. No, absolutely not. It's way too small, so let's switch. And because it's almost winter here, it was really cold this morning, so I will use bubble wrap in addition of all the Ziploc bags that also have some air inside. So it will help the plants to be more comfy, to stay warmer for a longer period of time. And it will also prevent the plants to move inside the box. So I add my two bubble plastic thing, and that's it. The plants won't be able to move inside. So I had this box for 5 years, I guess. I will just use some tape to prevent any air entering, or at least as much as I can, and we will send that by express 2-day shipping. How do plants react after 2-day fast shipping? Ethan was nice enough to send me a video of the unboxing, so we will see how the plants reacted to the shipping. The bubble wrap helped to prevent any frost damage. You see, there is absolutely no problem. It's really like the plant didn't mind being shipped. So how the plants react after a longer shipping? Because sometimes you will have bad luck and nothing will turn the way it should. My plants were sent by Andrea Wistuba to Canada, to Quebec. It took 6 days. Then, because I was away, I asked my friend to keep them for a week. Then I paid for a 2-day fast shipping that took 6 days. So that's 20 days unpotted in a Ziploc bag. So how the plants react to that? Oh, and it was obviously cold at the moment I received the plants. And for those who don't know, in Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius is the freezing point. Okay, so how looks the plants? Oh, okay. So as you see, there is some mold. It's totally normal, sadly. Humid, without airflow, it will mold. So that's the first thing you want to do. Take out this mold, this paper towel, and repot. So let's see how looks like the plants inside. So that's impressive. That's this black mold. The paper towel is totally decomposed. It's humid. Everything is unpleasant to touch, but you will need to unpot and to take out as much substrate as you can. I will try to have only the roots. Everything here could have some mold in it, some germs. So you want that to be gone. So here is the bare root system. Almost no substrate. The roots are decent. Some pitchers are dying, but that's totally normal. After 20 days, I mean. And this plant is Molly Veitchii biveitchii. So that will be fun to see. So the first thing you want to do is to cut every dead part or dying part. Then this pitcher is half dead. So I will keep it because I plan to overfeed it and the leaves are great. So the quality of Andrea Wistuba plants is really great, especially since it's been 20 days in a box. So because of the mold issue and the fact that I'm paranoiac, I will use a product. Hydrogen peroxide 3%. It will kill everything that is mold or bacteria, whatever. It will sterilize the whole thing. So I will spread directly the roots and then repot. And try to spread the roots as much as you can. You don't want to have like a tight ball of roots. So the next plant now, Glandulifera by Trusmadiensis. Okay, so let's check the leaves. Oh, that's stiff. That's great leaves. Clearly, the plant is not dying. The picture you cannot tell for now, and everything is molding and decomposing, humid, etc. Yeah, okay. That's something that will have to go. The root system is good, and now I will just sterilize the whole thing again using the hydrogen peroxide. But first, let's clean a little bit everything that is already dead. You don't want that to mold inside the pot. And that's it. After that, we repot. The last one, Truncata by Ephipiata by Maxima. I have a good hope that this plant will be awesome, but we will see. For now, let's check the leaves. So first, this one, this spot could be a concern, but this new leaf is really thick and totally fine, and the new one is totally green and shiny, so the plant is not dying. Okay, so again, you cut everything that is dead. This pitcher is half dead. This one is totally dead, and the tendril of this one is also dead, so cut it out. The root system of this one is very great, I mean, so I will take as much substrate as I can, but it's already really promising. So again, I spray. I know some people will tell me I should not, but better safe than sorry, right? Oh, and I wish you could touch the leaves. They're great. Shiny. Really, this one is perfect. This one is so thick. That's very impressive. Especially after 20 days. And now after the repotting, that's how they look like. So for now, we don't know how they will evolve, but there is good chance they will totally handle this 20 days shipping. Those amata was in fact one single plant having basils. So if you are interested in how to cut the main stem and root it to keep the basil growing, here is a video for you. If you want to support the channel, there is a thanks button here. And until next time, happy growing!